Alright. This one's going to be another one-shot two-parter. It is not scary like the last one. It's not scarring like the last one. So the story is called Trapped by Secrets and Lies. It's mostly a drama, because it's just like everyone has to spill their secrets, but I'll just read the description for you right now. While fighting a villain, 8 of the students end up being trapped by a quirk. The villain's quirk is called Truth Box, in which each of the person trapped in the box must reveal their darkest secrets. Will our heroes get out while still keeping their relationships alive, or will lovers and friendships break over the secrets laid out for them? That's the description. If you like it, continue. Anyways, let's get started. Oh, also, in this fanfic, just so you know, Denki's and Deku's, frickin' secrets have something to do with villainy. Trapped by Secrets and Lies. Deku's POV. I was on my usual parole when I heard a scream. I run over to find 7 of my former classmates fighting a villain. The villain was using a gun, so I used my shoot style to shoot the gun and fling it away from him. The villain sneered at us. Fine, I guess I will be ruining some relationships. I hadn't the slightest idea what he meant until he put his hands to the ground. That's when I recognized him. They called him the lie detector because of his quirk. It only took a split second for me to remember what the quirk was, but by the time I did, it was already too late. We were now trapped in the box, the walls slowly closing in. The hell? I hear Kachan shout from the other side of the room. I pinch the bridge of my nose as I let out a sigh. I feel Todoroki come and put a hand on my shoulder, and I smile. Thank you, Todoroki-kun, I say before addressing the rest of the group. Guys, I know what's happening. Just take a second to calm down. I tried to continue, but before I could, Kachan chimed in. Oi, shit nerd, what the hell is this? Bakugo, calm down. There's no reason for shouting, Todoroki said, which surprisingly made the explosion boy calm down. I look up at Todoroki and he gave me a smile as I blushed slightly. Hey, what is this, Mito bro? Kirishima asked as I came back to my senses. Right, sorry. The villain we were fighting is known as Lie Detector. Anyone inside his locked box, I point to the walls of the box, will slowly be more inclined to tell the truth. The quirk lasts 24 hours. By the time we get out of here, we will have spilled our darkest secrets, I state. There is a way to get out of here quickly, though, but it concludes us giving up our darkest secrets willingly. I take a breath as I try to remember the rest of the quirk. The box will slowly move in until we all tell each other our darkest secrets, or we'll die. The box will basically crush us to death. I finish. The room falls silent as the weight of the situation sank in. Mina pipes up. So all we have to do is tell each other our darkest secrets, and we can get out of here. The room fell silent before Kachan spoke up. Me and Deku have already sorted things out, but... He stopped for a moment and looked at me. I nodded slowly, saying it was okay for him to continue. I bullied Deku in middle school, like really hard. At once, I even told him to kill himself. Kachan leaned back and looked at the roof of the box. All because he was quirkless. Pfft, what a joke I am. But that's in the past, right, shitty nerd? He asked while looking at me. I smile. Yep. Nodding as I say this. Todoroki chimed in. Well, I don't like the fact you bullied Midoriya. It's nice to see you owning up to your own mistakes. A small tinge of red is now cast on Kachan's cheeks. Now on the left wall lay a cartoon drawing of Kachan's face with a checkmark beside it. Wow, that's so cool. I say, being the only one who noticed. I point to the wall. It's like a game. I listen to the walls slowly closing in on themselves. It's just our lives are on the line. Mina and Kiri look at each other confused, so I point to the corners of the room. With this quirk, everyone has 24 hours to reveal their darkest secrets, or we all die. Throughout the 24 hours, the walls will slowly close in on themselves until they eventually crush us to death. I state, and Kiri immediately looked at Bakugo. Kiri, what's wrong? Does your secret have something to do with Kachan? I asked. I knew Kiri and Kachan were dating, so I just thought it was that. But I was wrong. So wrong. It's nothing, Kiri said, and then he looked at Mina, and something clicked. I felt anger rise in me, but I kept quiet as Todoroki speaks. Well, I guess I can go. The room felt quiet. My father, as you all know him in his life, was a good man to heroes, civilians, everyone except his family. Over my childhood, I had to undergo rigorous training because the old man had a vendetta against All Might. Along with the training came harsh instruction that would leave me bloodied and bruised for multiple days at a time. In those days, I held on to my mother for strength until one day she finally cracked. Todoroki paused and pointed to the scar that lay on his left cheek. She poured boiling water on my face, claimed that my left side was evil. Ever since then, she has spent her life in a mental hospital, all because she couldn't handle my old man's abuse, or more like, I couldn't protect her. I saw Todoroki's tear-filled eyes, and I went over to comfort him. I went and sat in the boy's lap and held him for comfort. He smiled and hugged me back. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see Todoroki's face appear on the wall with a check mark beside it. I smiled as I whispered in the boy's ear, "It's okay, you did it, you opened up to us." This caused the man in my arms to start crying, and I rubbed his back for comfort. "Sounds like a shitty childhood, Icy Hot. I'm sorry for that," came Kachan's voice from the other side of the room. I looked to see a blush form on my friend's cheek, and I smirked. If Kiri really did that to Kachan, maybe I could have them both. I decide to just let the cards fall where they may. I turn to the rest of the group to find no one eager to reveal their secret. I let out a sigh and turn to Kami. I meet his gaze before he nodded, and I began to speak. Okay, so this isn't only my secret, but I will show you. Then Kami will explain the rest. Bakugo and Todoroki eye Kami suspiciously. "No, we are not dating," the blonde chimed in, and I blushed from embarrassment. I go into my mind space as I call out for VD. In Izuku's mind space, I walk up and down the pathways of my mind till I make it to a locked room. I had managed to keep VD here for quite some time. I think for a moment before a key appears in my hand and I unlock the door in front of me. I walk into the room with a cold expression on my face. "Come on, it's time for you to meet multiple of my friends," I say as I break the chains from VD's body. "If you play nice, I might let you out more often." "Oh, my dear Mask, why must you always be so rude to me?" VD faked a hurt expression. "Shut up. If it wasn't for this stupid quirk, you would still be locked up," I said with a sneer as my shadow self rubbed his wrists. "Also, me and Kachan made up, so no trying to kill him," I said. Anger flagged in VD's eyes as a roar ripped from him. "Why exactly did you make up with that?" I cut VD off. "My body, my mind, my choice. Don't forget that." I cover my mouth quickly as I hear a bit of my shadow voice come out. A chuckle comes from the other side of the room. "Losing control that easily. It's like you're asking me to take over." I roll my eyes. "Let's go." I mentally make up some chains and put them around his wrists as we walk to the forefront of my mind. Out of Izuku's mind space. "Why is the shitty nerd just sitting there?" Bakugo asked. Denki shot him a death glare. "Unless you want the world bathed in fire, I suggest you shut up. Midoriya needs to stay in control," Denki stated. I allow VD to take control as I hear Kachan say, "In control of what?" "In control of me, of course," VD answered. And that will be part 1 of Secrets and Lies. Part 2 will be posted next week. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you guys want me to do more readings, let me know. Like, I'm probably gonna do them anyways because I love them so much and I like this writing style a lot better. But don't worry for the people who follow my texting fan stuff. I will continue to do that as well. I'm just kind of hyper fixated on this. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day.